soon enough, we'll be linking up with one lady. She is a student who will be coming up live from Italy. And this is Marion Jepleting, who is a student in the University of Siena, that is in Italy. Good morning, Marion. How are things going on your end? There is a total lockdown. How is the situation?
9th March to date, but there has been no change so far because the cases have been, though we are seeing the curve coming down in the past 1 week, the curve of oscillating between 800 and 700, curve of people who are dying is coming down. Maybe I give credit to lockdown. That's why we are coming down.
So can you say that based on what the Italian health minister said, that yes, the numbers are going down, but should we still be on our top performance, even as we look at getting more numbers of death reducing? Should we let down our guard? The minister said that no, we should still be at our top performance in terms of curbing the COVID-19.
Come up again. I did not understand your question, please.
Well, I'm saying, based on the, you've mentioned that the number of deaths has reduced. The curve has gone down. But the Italian minister said that it should not be an assumption, that we should not assume that it is a definition that we have defeated the COVID-19. What is your take on that?
Yes, sincerely, his observations are true because we cannot say we have defeated the COVID-19 because there are new cases coming up today. Even though we have stood also in the last 3 days in around 4,500 and 4,000.
You are currently, Italy is on lockdown. You are a student at the University of Siena. How are you in touch with your family since the lockdown started?
Yeah, we were only locked down from going out from one city to another, not locked down from communication. So still get in touch with my parents every day, every evening, and my siblings. So communication is on. I'm only locked up in the room. We only go out for meals, and we are also allowed to go to the supermarkets.
So
we cannot say that I am imprisoned or something.
All right. And you know, what is your family saying? Your mom and your father. How is their emotion coming in from Kenya, coming into you? How is the communication with you? Is there stigmatization? Is there still hope that is coming in, especially coming in from your end?
I normally give them hope because so far we are around 41 students here and we have not had any case of Kenyan students because we have adhered to the rules that were set by the institution, at the same time those were set by the government. So I always tell them that I'm safe. I've assured them that I'm very safe and I would not even expect to go back to Kenya because on my side, I pray for them more than myself because I feel like on this side we have the facilities, the health facilities, so that in case of any infection, I'm not afraid at all. So my take is that I pray for Kenya more than myself.
Wow, that is very courageous of you, very selfless. You pray for your family more than yourself. You're praying for Kenya more than where you are. But now, you mentioned that you are allowed to go out for a specific period. How is it, moving out to get food and supplies? How are you working through it? How are you being provided with all of this?
Okay, I'm a student and a scholarship, so the university has been good enough. Our mess is still on. We still go for meals at around from 12. We are served both meals for lunch and supper. So we go, we take away, and we come back, keeping a distance of 2 meters from each other.
And as you are keeping a distance, there was a report on one of our Kenyan dailies. I believe you read that report on one of our dailies. It mentioned there that people who are going to be found outside will have to pay a fine of 3,000. Is that true?
Yes, yes. Yes, the fine was actually it was 206 euros. And then because some people were also found culpable of breaking the law, it was raised higher to 3,000 euros. And so far, I think most people have adhered to those regulations.
Are people taking this quarantine issue seriously in Italy?
Yes, I will say so, because if you go out now, you will not see even vehicles. The only vehicles that are there are maybe public transports and the ambulances.
And this public transport, if we are in a lockdown in Italy, I don't know how is it for you. Who uses this public transport, and at what time is it being provided?
Okay, the daily routine of the public transport is still on, but only the number of people going out has reduced. And also, when in the bus, we kept a distance of 2 meters apart since long time. Since that 9, they don't just take more than enough. It is not crowded like before. And the part of the driver is sealed. Nobody sits next to the driver.
Nobody sits next to the driver. And
yes, we use the bus when going to the supermarket, for example, for foodstuffs.
And in payment, do you have solid cash payment? How do you interact when you buy or when in the buying and selling of goods and services? For example, when you pay bus fare.
Okay, for myself, we have not been paying bus fare since I came to Italy. It is automated. You buy a card and then you swipe it. I hope you get what I mean. It's electronic.
And for your case, when it comes to coping in regards to this coronavirus, how are you coping as an individual when you are there? Putting in mind that you're getting information all across the world of deaths. Even here in Kenya, we have 81 cases that have been confirmed, 3 recovered cases, and 1 death. How are you coping from your end?
Yes, these are disruptions that have come so far, but we only watch on the social media. The goodness is that we are not in touch with the outside world. It would have been more traumatizing to see. Though we get to see the pictures, I wouldn't say that it has really affected us so much, but we feel, especially for this place, when you have around 700 times 1,000 people dying. So it has not affected my normal routine so much, because we have to attend classes online and we have to do exams. Those who are supposed to graduate also do graduate, and they do it online successfully. The only difference is that we cannot go to the lab, for example, my course, which is a Master's of Science.
And in regards to now movement of people even within your institution and beyond, those found outside, how are the police handling them?
Okay, the police are well guarded, masks and the necessary PPEs. And if you are found culpable, you either pay the fine that I said, 3,000, or you are taken in for 3 months. So far, I don't know, because I have not watched anything to do with those who have been caught so far. But no, not beating them like I've seen it happen in Kenya.
All right, thank you very much, Marion. On phone, joining me is Marion's own mom. So, good morning. When you heard about the lockdown that is going on in China, How did you feel as a mother?
I felt very sad, but I was hopeful because they were taking a measure to control the pandemic.
And how has been communication between you and your daughter that you've just had the discussion with, in terms of the fear that is there, the stigmatization going around in terms of how the coronavirus is spreading rapidly all across the world and specifically in Italy?
Yes, we have been communicating, but it's only the people who have been asking, how is your daughter now? How is she? Have you communicated every day when they hear about the pandemic in Italy and other places?
And as a mother, when you hear that your daughter was, because the last time you saw Marion was in 2018. And how has it been since then, looking at it currently that now Italy is on lockdown?
At first I was very anxious, but since she has been telling me that she's safe, I also trusted in God that she's in safe hands. And when the pandemic also came to Kenya, I saw that it is a global problem. So even if it is here or in Italy or in China or where, it is all the same.
And what would be your take with regards to how Italy has been handling, students? Because Marion is under sponsorship in Italy. What is your take in regards to how she has been taken care of, especially when it comes to her welfare, food, supplies, all that she needs?
I first of all want to thank the government of Italy, because if it were other governments, it would give first priority to their citizens. But now, since Marion has been telling me that they are being taken care of well, they are being provided, they are being, even when they are in quarantine, they are provided with food and everything. Then I thank God for that.
So, Mama Marion, your daughter is also right here. So, Marion, you have the ability to speak with your mom directly. Maybe I can give you maybe a minute to, have a one-on-one connection right here, courtesy of KBC.
Oh, Mom, how are you? How is home? How is everybody? I'm okay here in Italy. Hello.
It's not clear. Sikupati vizuri.
Oh, you cannot be able to hear her. All right, we'll be getting her in a bit. You'll be able to hear her briefly. But, Mom, when it comes to Italy and how it has been handling the people, and especially looking at now Marion has been in the university since 2018 till now. What are your future expectations, looking towards the future? Would you say that at the end of the day, once things go down, arudi nyumbani haraka haraka ama itakuwa vipi?
My expectation is that she finishes her master's, she continues there even for her PhD, and maybe others will join her in future.
All right, thank you very much. That is Marion's mom speaking, coming in live right here within Kenya. So Marion, let's link up with link the two of you up, you and your mom. Maybe you can be able to have a moment to speak together. I believe now you can be able to get each other. All right, Marion, you have the ability to speak with your mom. She is also on
Hello,
the other
Mom.
line.
How are you? How is home and everyone else?
I'm fine. And everyone else is fine.
Hello?
And you, I'm fine, and everyone else is fine.
Wow.
And you?
I'm also safe. Be assured that I am safe, and I'm happy. I'm well taken care of here, as I have always told you. Good day. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. So,
yes,
Marion,
I want to tell her to trust in God and keep praying every day and also to pray for us.
Okay. Good day.
Mm.
All right, thank you very much. That is Marion's own mother speaking with us. So coming back to you, Marion, you are
Yes.
studying your Masters of Science in Biodiversity and Environmental Health. What do you
Yes.
think is will be the environmental impact of the effects of all these used face masks and gloves?
The environmental impact.
Yes.
I did not prepare for the exam.
As a master's
But
student.
I would urge people not to use masks if they are not sick. Here we only use masks if you are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Because if everyone uses mask, you see the person who is sick using the mask, who is not sick using the mask, removing, taking it back, it is easy to infect yourself.
Mm-hmm. And in Italy, how was the use of face masks and disinfectants being used in Italy? Right here in Kenya, we have this, hand sanitizers everywhere, all across the places, everywhere in public transport sectors, on the road, on every building, people are hand sanitizing. But on the streets, people are still using face masks. Is it the same in Italy?
No, no, no. Only for those who are sick and the policemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Marion, what would be your final word in regards to how we are handling coronavirus cases in the global perspective, and even picking an example of your own place in Italy? How do you think we are handling it, and what would be your recommendations and your thoughts?
Okay, my final comment is that curfew, in my view, is not working because we cannot say that coronavirus is only spread maybe at night and then during the day you are not taking care of yourselves. I would suggest that maybe we take a total lockdown in Kenya, for example, when the pandemic is still young, when it is we don't have so many infections so far. So I would prefer in Kenya that we take a total lockdown, and then those who cannot feed themselves be provided for by the government. I feel that the Kenyan government can do it. They have the monies that have been collected maybe from BBI and other places. And then for sanitizers, here we take it as a personal responsibility. It is not a public responsibility. Maybe because I have not been outside, but when I go to the supermarket, for example, no one washes for me the hand. We go there, we queue, we take the 2-meter distance, and somebody is there to guide you where to go. But no sanitizers in public. It looks like people are playing a game. It is not a serious. They are not taking a serious the pandemic seriously. Maybe people are waiting for the numbers to go up so that maybe they decide to be serious. But here in Italy, we do it in my room, for example, I have my sanitizers.
So you feel here in Kenya, people are not taking it seriously. We need to go for total lockdown.
Yes.
Sanitizers, Nansama, it's a personal responsibility, not a public or a social responsibility. Thank you very much, Marion Jepleting, for joining me and sharing in your thoughts. That is Marion Jepleting, coming us live from Italy, student from the University of Siena.